Hey everyone, I had some requests for a video on how I'm going to build these arches of lights. So I thought I'd shoot a video and show everybody how it's done. Basically what we've done is taken 20-foot sections of 1-inch PVC pipe, and we are putting 9 sections or 9 channels of lights on these arches. So what we have are 70 count LED dimmable lights strings. They're warm white lights, and we're just winding them on. But there's a lot of different ways people make arches, and I'm kind of doing it the Richard Holdman way. I'm going to show you how I've got my setup and how I'm doing it. I've got a few lights here already wrapped on here. Yep, I have an upside down chair, which is necessary to support the pipe all the way down. There's the 20 feet clear down there at the other end. But I start in the middle with channel 5, section 5, and so the middle is right here. That's 10 feet. And there's only one section for channel 5 right now. The second section will go right here, and then we start going with channels down the opposite direction. But for here, so with 9 channels, we go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is right here, off this way, and then 6, well, 5 right there, but 6, 7, 8, and 9 plugs are down on this end. So we've got channel half of 5, 4, 3. I've left this here because the pipe needs to rotate. So I don't have one of the sections of channel 3 done. Channel 2 and channel 1 is up next. Well, how am I turning this? I could have one of my little kids stand at one end and rotate and just twist the pipe as they go, and that would be really boring, and they would get tired after about 10 minutes, and this project would not get done as fast as it could. So how am I doing it? I have taken the adapted somewhat of what Richard Holdman does. He uses a potato peeler, turner, electronic one. I use an old ice cream maker. It's an old Cuisinart ice cream machine, as you can see. And I've turned it on its side. And what we've done next is I just got a couple, because we're using a 1-inch PVC pipe here. And so I've got a reducer fitting right here, reducer fitting there, and a 1 1/4 inch open, just a coupling. Screwed it to the rotating mechanism of the ice cream machine, and then we've taken the ice cream machine and plugged it in to your standard foot, a Christmas tree light foot switch. So when we push it, it rotates it. Just like that. And rotate a little bit. The cool thing about this is you don't have to push it all the way down like that to get it to rotate. You just push it down a little bit, and it doesn't switch, but it makes the connection so that you can do small little short turns and things like that. So that's how I'm rotating this, and it rotates all the way down. That's why I have these chairs here as well. So I've got the chairs turned upside down. I used to have them straight right side up so that they would rest on the seat, but I found that when I got to this point here, that I would have a really big section of lights that I would have to hand wrap. So I turn the chair upside down, and I'm using the bar of the chair here to rest the pipe on, so then when it rotates, that it just rotates on the pipe. And if you've got it up to one of the legs here, it just rolls right up against the leg and it doesn't have any issues. The one thing I did notice was that you want to add some black tape here when you're winding it on. Okay, so so that the chair doesn't ruin the zip cord. How are we putting these on here, and how are we running the lights? Well, here's what we've done. And I'll just show you here at the very end of this. This is the plug here for channel 2, which is this section of lights all the way to here. So this section of lights is channel 2. And then I've just made my own custom length of cord, zip cord, SPT1 cord all the way down, and as you can see, here's male end number 2. And as you can see, we've also got other cords for all the other channels under it. We just rotate this here so you can see. We rotate, wrap the lights around and over the zip cords so that they don't hang out of the way. You don't have to use a whole bunch of zip ties, and so it doesn't create a problem, kind of a sightline things. Some people do leave the cords on the outside. You can do that if you want. That's up to you. I don't want to, just because it makes it a lot easier to keep them out of the way. So next thing we're going to do here is we're going to show you how easy it is to wrap this pole and how quickly it goes, and kind of show you the process in action. Okay, so now we are going to wrap a cord, a string of lights onto the pipe here. First we need to zip tie the female end onto the pipe. Zip tie is your best friend on this. It's easiest and fastest. And I know a lot of decorators out there love zip ties. So we'll just zip tie this to the end here. And I'm going to be using some gloves because I found my hands were getting beat up because there are some really sharp ends on the from the plastic mold injecting on these lights. So away we go. So we'll just start wrapping. Go around a few times. We'll go around a few times and then just push it all the way up. Okay, so now we're a little closer. You can see a little better what's going on. You want to push it up nice and tight. And we'll just go around a few more times. Alright, push it up like that. Pull the lights kind of tight as well so that they don't get all loose and start falling off. Keep going around some more. Okay, keep going around some more, and we do this all the way. We do this until we get to the very end of the light cord, or the string of lights. Okay, we went ahead and made a custom length of zip cord with a female and male end down here. We designated, we wrote on it so that we knew which channel that cord was for. We've done that for each one of our sections, so that, and I use a silver pen so that when I'm doing this in the dark, it's a little easier to see than a black pen. So we've made we've plugged it in here. We've secured it with electrical tape so it doesn't really go anywhere, just to kind of save us on zip ties. And we've plugged it in to see if it lights up, make sure that the cords work and everything. So let's light it up. And it lights up good, and it looks like it's just fine. So that's how we are doing this arch of lights, how I'm doing it here. We still have the other half of this to go, so sections 6, 7, 8, and 9. And if you can see down there, We also have another chair that's supporting the other end, and we will have to have another section down there like we do on this one that we have to hand wrap because the chair needs to, the pipe needs to rest on a chair so it can rotate and not screw up the lights. Okay, there you have it. The setup I've been using for making these arches of lights. Again, it's just simply a modern day ice cream machine base that's turning the pipes. I've just made my own fittings and screwed them into that. I'm using just a plastic container to raise it up. You want the pipe to be level. I don't know if I mentioned that. So you're going to need to raise it up off the ground, put it on a chair, cinder blocks, something, a plastic tub like this, laundry detergent tub. Strap it on there so it doesn't flip around all over the place, and hook it up to a Christmas tree foot switch, and there you go. It does the job pretty well and gets the job done. I hope you guys found this really informative and helpful in getting your own arches of lights done. And good luck and have a happy holidays.